I'm just chilling on the 3 minute here. Um, it's giving the best kind of just cleanest price action right now to look at. 4 minutes not bad either, but on the 3 minute you can see we tapped into this FEG. This is pretty clear internal buy side here, and then we have LR, probably going to hit to 40, and then if you zoom out to like the 30 minute or even the 15 minute, you can see this low resistance liquidity as well. Buy side, and then final buy side is up here. Main target is probably 44, honestly. So I'm staying very bullish until then. Also in the hourly chart, you can see extremely clear turtle soup, FVG, um, with this body here, closed above that body, super bullish price action right now. Um, Literally zero reason to look for shorts right now, at least until we hit 33 and potentially 44. For an entry right now, I want to see us get under this uh, swing low right here. If we can get under this swing low right here, we tap in, we hold this 3 minute, and I can look for an entry on the 1 minute or the 30-second chart. I'll definitely look into taking that. Just gotta stay patient though. If you have any questions, just type in chat. Obviously, market hasn't even opened yet either, so still have about 25 minutes till market open, so this could easily chop around for a little bit. Um, and then off market open, maybe we get that speed and velocity up to buy side. And then pretty honestly, pretty much oops, almost the same story we're seeing on ES here. Hourly took out this low, held this 1 hour order block. This is even more of a propulsion block because we have the order block here, right? And this is the propulsion block off of the order block, right? So both indices selling the same story. There's the 3 minute turtle soup here. So let's go ahead and see if we can hold this 3 minute and then potentially get like a 30-second IFEG or a 1 minute IFEG. If this thing doesn't even hold on 3 minute, um, probably going to be looking for us to take this low at 804 and then remain bullish after that. But definitely want to see a 3 minute hold this FEG, and then we can look for a long entry after confirmation. Just gotta stay patient for now. And if we do close under, that's perfectly fine, right? That's just the market tipping us its hand, letting us know that, hey, this this high is to be left alone. Engineered liquidity. We're gonna do some manipulation first, and then potentially tag higher. If we do hold it, then likely we're gonna go ahead and explode up. So right now, I'm super interested in this 30-second FEG. If we get a close above, I might take a stab at a long here. That'll be the signal that this 3 minute is probably going to hold. If this 30-second doesn't inverse and it acts as a normal FEG, then likely we're just going to continue lower. Potentially get into this 1 minute FEG right here. So we'll see. There's the push up. Close right at that top of the 30-second. Still no entry. We also have these equal highs here, so this actually does look like a pretty solid setup here. And it looks like we won't get the entry though, which is also completely fine. That's what's so lovely about using inverse fair value gaps, because it gives you pretty clear backing on whether it's gonna reverse trend or not. Like this, it's pretty hard to tell when we're inside of this FVG because we're in the midst delivering from a 3-minute fair value gap bullish, and then we're coming up on a 30-second bearish fair value gap. So it's pretty difficult a lot of times to tell which one is gonna succeed. So it's really nice to be able to wait for that lower time frame to kind of give us that bias. So now, obviously 30-second failed. Obviously the 3-minute is looking like it's going to fail. So I'm going to be bearish now, unless the 3-minute wicks back up, but likely going to be bearish for a move down to 812.50. Still going to watch the 3-minute though, see if it does somehow close above the bottom of the FVG. So right now, just staying patient, still looking for longs, right? Not looking to try to scalp this on the smaller time frames to go short. Still a good basis for a long setup on the higher time frames. So I'd much rather just wait for us to take out lower time frame liquidity and then look for that long setup later on. All right, there's the tap into the 1 minute for value gap. So now, definitely looking for this to hold and potentially we get a setup. Oops, potentially we get a setup off of here. If you want to take a riskier 30-second entry, you could try to take an entry off this 30-second IFVG, sorry, to go along. So there's the close above. That would be the long setup. And then if you did want to take this type of trade, you would put your stop on you could either do a close below the IFVG or you could do a close below the 1 minute, depending on your risk parameters. This level. ES here. Same story. There's the push up. Now, the big thing you want to keep in mind here if you do take this trade is we do have market open in just a little bit. So you gotta make sure that either you have stops in for that market open volatility, um, or you're looking for the push-ups, you can put stops to break even, or you have to be aware of your risk going into this, or you sized in lighter because you know the market's opening soon. Personally, like first price target should be like this equal highs up here. I think, in my opinion, is a very good price target. Or you can try to hold for this full PT to like 34 or even to 44, or just scale, which is usually what I like to do. So really nice setup here, really nice trade happening so far. Quite nice, quite nice. Now, if you wanted more confirmation and you didn't want to enter in that 30-second, you could wait for this 3-minute FVG. You also have this BPR, so you get above this, and it's going to be much more confirmation that we're headed up for here in the short term rather than maybe something more manipulative to the downside and then back to the upside. We do have another 14 minutes until market opens, so that gives you at least a little bit of time if you are in this trade to kind of determine how you're gonna play this out. Assuming that stop and take profit has not hit by the time market opens, it's really, really important that you already have a decision made on what you're gonna do, and you're not just gonna kind of gamble once market opens. You need to have a plan set up for once market does open. You know what you're gonna do. So honestly, like I think in my opinion, if you're in this trade, not a bad idea if this intermediate term high gets taken. If you take this, you can put your stop to break even and try to see if this momentum takes us all the way up. That way, it's a free trade. You've no risk on the table anymore. Um, if this does get taken, likely this 1-minute FVG on ES will also flip into an inverse. So there's a good confluence that we're going to continue higher and we shouldn't come back down into that break-even point. And if we do, then likely that trade idea has failed anyways. So definitely a thought there. And this is also a 5-minute FVG on here. Because the one, like, using kind of smaller time frames on ES and pre-market is just so sloppy and ugly that I typically like to stay on like a little bit higher time frames on ES. Because NQ is a lot more volatile, it's a little easier to map out price on lower time frames. Okay, 5 minute closed on ES just under this FVG. Not ideal, but we are getting a good push here in the 1 minute. A lot of nice wicks here, kind of showing that price is algorithmically trying to stay above this 1 minute order block right here. So I think 1 minute order flow is still pretty bullish here. Nice to get a break even stop active would be nice. We'll see if that happens here. There it is. Break even stops are active on my account. So I'm in on a free trade here. Really, really, really nice. Love myself a free trade. And here is the volatility getting in. Beautiful trade here, guys. Waiting, staying patient. 1 minute FEG, 30-second IFEG entry, and bang, we take off to the upside. Now we're in a free trade. Zero risk on the table. I absolutely love to see it. My opinion, yeah, you could take off some profits here, or we can look for this 1 minute FVG to inverse, and that's going to give you more bias to the upside, but to each their own. This is a decent target here for almost 10 points, or we can look for these equal highs up here for the first price target. Really just depends on how you want to trade it. Also, can definitely should be watching ES here to see if ES gets the close above the 5 minute. Looks like we might be getting a break-even stop, unfortunately. So we'll see here. We'll see. Still in this. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully we can get some decent price action above this 5 minute. Maybe not going to happen. We did have these equal lows down here, so could be a little turtle soup here. Take out these lows on the 30-second and then push back up. It's kind of the only thing I'm looking at right now. See the 30, yeah, 3 minute. Okay. All right, my break-even stops did hit there, so I'm out of this trade for a free trade, and that's all right with me. Not every trade is going to go your way to take profit, and sometimes you just have to mitigate your risk, and that's all right. So now I'm still bullish for now. If we get under this 1 minute, I will have to reassess the current bias, but still bullish. If we do get another entry to the upside, um, if it's a good setup, I'll potentially take it. But right now, just shitting on break even on the day. Can get a retap with the FVG here. If you wanted to be aggressive, we only have 5 minutes to market open, so it's probably a good idea to wait. But if you want to be aggressive, you could try that entry there. There it is. So if you did take that re-entry, that risky re-entry on the 32nd, your stop break even probably should be if we take this high out. Only 2 minutes left, and 2 minutes left before market open. So um, make sure you have a plan if you run a trade here. Understand what you're gonna do. ES making a strong push above. I think if ES closes above the 5 minute, this should be in decent shape to continue higher. So if you did enter the 32nd, you could put stops to break even because we did wick that. Of course, all depends on your bias and your risk. 15 seconds left till market opens. All right, personally, I got stop break even again after taking out a little bit on the top, which is fine. And now we knife. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful stop losses there. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the hourly chart. Um, hourly looks bullish to me. This looks like a potential Judas swing into this 5-minute gap. Um, and look at that coming all the way back up. Holy crap. Obviously no trades right here. Just watching this right now. Gotta be smart, gotta be safe here. But I'm still bullish. 5 minutes still looks bullish. Hourly still looks bullish. We have clear liquidity to the upside. We've swept clear liquidity to the downside. Um, Obviously not going to just enter with no setup, but I mean, as of right now, I definitely am remaining bullish. Close underneath this 5-minute gap and probably bias is wrong. We're heading for the lows. We'll see. My opinion, we shouldn't close below the 5-minute gap. I think that should hold, but we'll see. Wow, that's an amazing push up there. Also, this 1-minute FVG is clearly proven to be some serious resistance, so a close above this 1 minute is probably going to signify a pretty good move, push to the upside. Also, this is pretty crazy divergence here between ES and NQ. Wow, very, very, very bizarre. So we did just wick this again for a third time. Um, Not the most ideal for being bullish, but I'm sticking with the higher time frame analysis here. So still looking for buys, still looking for upside here. Yeah, ES is really dying as well. NQ is holding, really attempting the push up. We might get an SMT here where ES sweeps the low while NQ kind of chops around. ES sweeps the low, and then NQ finally gets that breakout to the upside. Definitely something that's possible here. Really not sure why we're getting such major divergence between NQ and ES though. Yeah, I don't know. Not entirely sure. Like they're just trading off. ES takes a turn and run for the lows, and then NQ makes a turn to run for the highs. Okay, there's a dump down. Still mostly watching this 5-minute gap here. Only reason I still have this 1-minute marked is because it's actually still holding these bodies. We got like a tiny close below, but for the most part, that's pretty much permissible. So you're just watching that. Looks like this bias might be accurate for this run of lows for ES. Potentially just this low at 80 and also potentially this low at 79.25. But the way that NQ is really holding this 5-minute gap makes me just kind of continue that bullish narrative. And also the way it closes, it's like been closing every single 1-minute candle above this 1-minute FEG. Seems pretty bullish to me. That might change here though. There it goes, does change there, but we'll see how the 5-minute acts. Closing only bearish. Whew. Big knife there. That is why you stay patient right there. Perfect reason, perfect example. If this 5-minute closes under, this could be that could be it. If we don't close under and we somehow we do wick back up in the next minute and we see this SMT divergence here, that could give us decent bias for upside, but does not look like we're gonna get that. And there's the knife below. Okay, there it is. We are extremely bearish here. Super bearish, yeah. Crazy knife. All right, now we can start maybe looking for where an entry can be. So really, honestly, bias was just wrong. No entry was given. Uh, um, now we just gotta stay patient and look for a new entry. After all this liquidity gets swept, maybe we can get some buys way down here. We also have news coming out, I believe, in 15 minutes. Yep. So we will see how that affects price for sure.